Do you have a good memory, Jamie?
Okay, memories, level 2, 3. Today we'll be showing you the difference between a memory and the memory, and how we talk about have a good or bad memory for names, faces, places, and numbers, etc. We're using the past continuous to give the background of a story, and we'll be using adjectives to describe memories from different stages of our lives. Before that, Henry, how are you doing?
I'm good. And how about yourself?
I'm actually very well today. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, without further ado.
I want to find out, Jamie, whether you have a good memory. Do you have a good memory, Jamie?
I think I have a pretty good memory. I would say I'm pretty good with maybe dates. I usually remember people's birthdays, anniversaries. I have a good memory for faces. I usually recognize people, but names sometimes often slip my mind.
Well, Jamie,
yeah.
What are some important dates on your country's calendar?
Country's calendar, I don't know, this November 31st is St. Andrew's Day. 31st? 30th? Maybe I don't have such a good memory after all. Anyway, one of those days is St. Andrew's Day. Important on my calendar is July 22nd, which is never forgotten. That's my wedding anniversary.
Oh, it is?
Yep. As for the British calendar, I'm not entirely sure. It's been a long time. Do you know any dates from your country's calendar, Henry?
Yes, I do.
Yep.
October 9th is the Independence Day.
Oh, really? Independent from where, may I ask?
Well, maybe from you.
I kind of thought you might say that. I'm terribly sorry about that, Henry. It wasn't me.
I know it wasn't you. But
yeah.
It's one of the most important days on our country's calendar.
Yeah.
My country, by the way, my country is Uganda in East Africa.
I see. There are many countries that commemorate independence from the UK, I think.
What? Okay. So, I have another question.
Sure. Go ahead.
Do you remember where the last 3 Olympics were held?
Yes, I think I do. I'm not bad at the I think I'm not bad at the Olympics. I think they were Rio de Janeiro, 2016, then London, 2012, and before that, behind you, I think is called the Bird's Nest, which was 2008 in Beijing.
You yeah, that's right.
I got it right. Yeah. I'm not
sure.
Yeah, for some reason.
Oh, okay. Any memories you have from any of those Olympics?
Actually, I watched the Olympic ceremony for 2008 with our friend Tim Masteris in his house. I watched the opening ceremony there and saw the big footprints in the sky and thought, wow. And then found out they were fake later. They weren't real. And 2012, Anthony Joshua, British boxer, won the gold medal for Britain in the heavyweight.
I see.
Oh yeah.
I guess you can't remember. You can't forget that.
Unforgettable.
Can you recall what you were doing this time 20 years ago?
I can. Because 20 years ago was 2001, so I was getting ready. I was working in an Italian restaurant as a cook, and I was getting ready to go to Australia for a year.
I see.
Yeah. What about yourself, Henry? What were you doing 20 years ago, may I ask?
20 years ago. That is 2000. I think
You're still in junior high school, weren't you?
No, actually, I had graduated from graduate school.
You'd never guess.
And actually, my first daughter was born 21 years ago. Yeah, I remember that.
Wow, there you go. Yeah.
Yes. Well, 21 years ago. Was life any different back then from now?
Yeah, it was very different. I didn't have a smartphone. I couldn't make a video call like this. I wasn't exactly aware of where Japan was, and I had no idea I was going to end up there. So, yes, my life was very different back then. Yeah.
Okay. And Jamie, what is one of your happiest memories from your childhood?
I think that a lot of my happy memories from childhood are Christmas. I really enjoyed Christmas when I was a kid, and my grandparents were both Scottish and English. I had two, so we would alternate Christmases between the two. So it was always very nice Christmas time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this conversation getting too long?
No, not at all.
No. Okay. One last one.
Sure.
Do you remember what you were doing this time? The time of the Fukuoka earthquake. When was that?
Yes, that's one I can't forget. I was actually fast asleep in my bed when the Fukuoka earthquake came.
What time was it?
It was 11 o'clock, but I hadn't got home until about 6. My wife and I were at a friend's leaving party, and it lasted till like 6 a.m. And honestly, my house was shaking, but I don't think it was the shaking that woke me up. My wife said, "Go on," and that's what woke me up. And then I woke up and I just thought like, oh my God, and I had no idea what was happening. It's still, after I left the house, I still didn't know what had happened. Yeah.
I think that's one of the strongest earthquake that shook Fukuoka in memory, probably.
I think it almost certainly is. I think it almost certainly is, and it definitely gave me a bit of a wake up anyway. Henry, thank you very much. This conversation has now gone on a little too long, so thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Nice talking to you as always. Yep.
Thank you.
And everybody else, see you at the next video. Thank you.